Now, so let's bring Councillor Mazhar on that, please.
Just to answer some of your points, I'll take the issue how well we didn't have the right in Sheffield. I mean, I used it as an example earlier. I mean, the elders got together. They had a meeting at the PMC where they got the mosque management committee members, imams. Again, the elders have a very important role to play, as well as the youngsters. I mean, if I take the young people, for example, a number of young people in my ward showed me the messages they were getting on their Blackberries, asking them to come to TJ Hughes and cause a disturbance, cause a riot, start looting like other places, such as Manchester, Stockport, Liverpool, London, and so forth. But they didn't. They forwarded us the messages they were receiving, which I then passed on to Chief Superintendent Simon Torres on that Monday night. And the following day, the council and the various agencies met, which included the Youth Service, Activity Sheffield, which work with younger end. And as I said, the mosques got involved. So for me, it's ensuring that everybody plays an active role.
As a result, we had police officers manning those roads, or just strolling up and down the roads. So we or outside the mosques or community centres. That was the result after holding that meeting in PMC, which was a very positive vibe for us, and that really ensured us that police are bothered, our community is bothered, and we're working in hand in hand.
Yeah, for me it was that everybody, young and old, played a very positive role in ensuring that we kept our streets safe. Wherever the police picked up the intelligence, they responded. I mean, there was a police presence in the city centre, London Road, because there were one or two areas where we got information that there were possibility of young people wanting to cause a bit of mayhem there. But again, they were just rumours. And it was important that stations such as Radio Ramadan and others were able to pass on factual information that there was no such chaos in Sheffield. Everything was in harmony, and the community elders, leaders, the young people themselves were speaking to one another to ensure that Sheffield stayed safe.
And one of the other things, positives that came out of those meetings, from what I learned, because I personally attended that meeting at PMC, was the communication which we didn't have with the police. After holding that meeting, we had a fantastic communication. Shabir Mughal Sahab was at that meeting, and we actually exchanged telephone numbers with the police and gave our contact details to the police, the inspector who was there. And he kept sending messages after maybe 2 or 3 hours, which we were then forwarding to our friends to send that positive vibe to this community, that nothing was happening, everything was safe, and please act normal. If you see something suspicious, then report it, and then obviously police would act accordingly.
And it worked. I mean, just to pick up on Nasser's point, I mean, there will be, and this will happen across the piece, young people and older people, where they just want to get involved just to raise their own profile, do very little in the community. But for us, as I said, it's important that we're inclusive. There are people, both young and old, who want to play an active part in society, and it's important that we enable them to do that. I mean, if there's something particular that you're unhappy with, that you think that we as a council or the police or any other agency should get young people involved, then we're open for them ideas.
Nasser, thank you very much for your call. I'd just like to make one more point, which I made before we went on the break, and Councillor Mazhar second that. You've just got to put yourself forward, and those police meetings that are held in every ward, please attend those meetings, and please make sure you raise your issues, whatever issues they are, no matter how small or how big they are. You must attend those meetings and raise those issues so that the local authorities can act upon them accordingly. So thank you very, very much for your call. You raised a very, very valid point that whenever our youngsters are in the meeting, they always seem to be forgotten, and it's always the elders that take on. They have the show. They run the show, basically, if I can put it in those words, in that context or not. But
if I could just say, Nasser, I mean, Maroof touched on it earlier. You do some fantastic work locally and across the city, and for me, it's encouraging to see that. And please don't stop. If there's other young people that you come across who'd like to play, an active part, then please bring them forward. And I'm sorry that you feel that, you know, you find one or two elders that prevent you from having your say, but if we're in meetings together, I mean, I always try and ensure that everybody has an opportunity to speak and to get involved.
Does that answer your question, and Nasser, is that okay? No? Thank you.